Okay, so good morning, students. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about the parts of speech. As I have discussed in the previous lecture, there are total 8 parts of speech, as you can see on the screen. So the first one is noun, then pronoun, then verb, fourth is adjective, fifth is adverb, sixth is preposition, seventh is conjunction, and eighth is interjection. So first of all, what are nouns? Right, nouns ki hunde ne. So here you can see there are different types of nouns. So the first one is common noun. As you people may know, the first one is common noun, right? The non-specific people, places, things, or ideas. The words which are used for non-specific people. For example, man, right? City, religion. So, right, generally use karte hain, that we call them as common noun. Second is proper noun. Proper noun are the words which are used for the specific people, specific places, and specific things. For example, Albert Einstein, London. Right. For example, you can talk about Chandigarh, Punjab. So we are here, these are the proper nouns. And very important, whenever you are writing proper nouns in the writing task 1 or 2, so the first letter must be capital because these are the proper nouns, right? And next, third type of noun is abstract noun. So can anyone tell me out of these 5 students, can you tell me? Jasleen, can you tell me what are abstract noun?
मैम जैसे हैप्पीनेस सैडनेस जो हमारी फीलिंग्स को डिस्क्राइब करें.
Yes, wonderful. So abstract nouns are the nouns which are used for the like 5 senses, like which that we cannot perceive, right? Something that you cannot perceive with your 5 senses. For example, belief, love, pride, happiness. उन चीजों के लिए जिनको हम measure नहीं कर सकते, जिनको हम माप नहीं सकते, तो उनके लिए हम use करते हैं, right, the words, and these are known as abstract nouns. For example, happiness, sad, love, hate, right? Next is concrete noun, something that you can perceive with your 5 senses, जिनको आप देख सकते हो, जिनको आप touch कर सकते हो, feel कर सकते हो. For example, right, you can, right, eat apple. So apple is a concrete noun. Then it's lion, then it's eyes, then flower, right? Next category of noun is countable noun. Countable nouns are the nouns that can be counted. We can count them, right? For example, right, I have 10 pencils. I have a few friends. So this also falls in the category of countable noun, right? Pencils, apples, train, clock. Next is uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are the nouns, right, that cannot be counted. For example, milk. You can't count the milk, right? You can just measure it. Music, food, water, snow, rice. So these are the words which are uncountable nouns. Next is compound noun. Yes, very important, right? The nouns which are made up of 2 or more smaller words. For example, textbook, right? Snowball. So दो words नो, दो nouns नो इकट्ठा करके, right, the word that is made up and it is known as compound noun. And you have to take care of this thing in listening. When you have to write the answer in listening, you must be careful about writing compound nouns because sometimes these will be counted as 2 words, right? Snowball, seafood, sunflower. So this is a compound noun. Next is collective noun. Collective noun are the nouns, right, that refer to a group of things as one whole. For example, when you have to talk about a group of people, right? So group of people, like what words you can use, like crowd, audience. And when you have to talk about like bunch of peas, so ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੇ ਝੁੰਡ ਲਈ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ use ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ words ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ collective noun. For example, flock, family, audience, group, right, army. So this is a collective noun. Next is singular noun. Singular noun, the nouns which refer to one person, place, things, or ideas. For example, cat, dog, ship, monkey, hero. So these are the singular nouns, right? But when you will add s to these nouns, they will become plural, right? So plural nouns refer to more than one person, place, things, or ideas. So for example, dogs, cats, ships, babies, monkeys. So these are the right plural nouns. So I think this was very easy. So let me tell you some other types of nouns. So these are again concrete nouns, abstract nouns, countable, uncountable nouns, compound nouns, collective nouns. Next is, yes, there is a list of collective nouns, right? I think you must use these nouns, right? जैसे कि यहाँ पर, right? Instead of group of soldiers, it's better to write an army of soldiers, an army of musicians, audience of listener, a band of musicians, a bunch of crocks, a class of students, a company of actors, a crew of sailors. So these all are right collective nouns, and obviously when you will be using collective nouns, right, you have to use singular verb with them, right? A school of whales. So I think ये आप पढ़ोगे खुद, right? You have to read it. If you feel any right doubt, any question arises, then you can ask me. So this is very simple. Next is, so I think the nouns are like the nouns is complete. Next we are moving to second parts of speech, that is pronoun. So can any one of you tell me what are pronouns? Yes. Preeti, can you tell me what are pronouns? Very simple definition.
मैम ਜਿਹੜੀ noun ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਵਰਤਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ noun ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ.
Very good, wonderful. The words which are used in place of noun, they are known as pronouns. For example, he, she, it, you, they, we. Yes, but pronouns must be used carefully, right? Because in writing task 1, 2, you are not allowed to use pronouns. Instead of, even in speaking, we avoid using pronouns, right? And you can only use I if the question is asked to you, right? So pronouns ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ use ਕਰਨੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ. So let me tell you what are the different types of pronouns and how we have to use them. So there are various types of pronouns. I'll tell you first if this screen is visible to you, right? So okay, let me increase the font size of the screen. Okay, so this is first of all, these are the types of pronouns. So what are different types of pronouns? Pronouns are the words that we use in place of nouns or other pronouns in a sentence to make it less repetitive and less awkward. So ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ he, she ਨੂੰ right ਜਾਂ person ਦੇ name ਨੂੰ use ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ. So for this we will use right pronouns. So some are personal pronouns, some are demonstrative pronouns. Next is interrogative pronouns. Fourth type of pronoun is relative pronoun. Then indefinite pronouns, reflexive and intensive pronouns, reciprocal pronoun. So let's discuss. So first is personal pronouns. That is used for a specific subject, object, or a person, right? This you know, like subjective case, I, we, you, they, he, she, it. These all are the personal pronouns. जो तुसी अपनी जगह ते like instead of they, instead of Ram and Sham, you can use the word they. Ram and Sham go to school, they go to school. Objective case, me, us, you, them, him, her, it. Next is possessive case, my, our, your, their, his, her, its. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ, right? Children must take care of their belongings. So ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ use ਕਰਾਂਗੇ possessive case. Children must take care of their belongings. ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, right? Next is demonstrative pronouns, used to show or identify one or a number of pronouns that may be far or near in a distance or time. Demonstrative ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ refer ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, right? For example, this is my book. This is my book. A मेरी book है. That is your book. So when you are talking about the things, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੇੜੇ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਆਪਾਂ use ਕਰਾਂਗੇ this. ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ दूर है, obviously singular है, ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਆਪਾਂ use ਕਰਾਂਗੇ that. For example, right, that is your book, that is your pen. Next is these. These are my books, those are your books. So when you have to talk about plural, right? Okay, next is interrogative pronouns. Very simple. Interrogative pronouns are usually asked in the cue cards. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ cue card ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ questions ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, right? Describe a crowded place that you have visited. So obviously you will be asked some questions like this: where it was, when you visited this place, how you felt about visiting this crowded place. So used to ask questions about a person or object that we do not know about. Who, whom, which, what, whoever, whichever, right? So, right, these are the interrogative pronouns. Yes, you can use them in your writings to show the different sentence structure in the writing task too, right? As well as you can use these these interrogative pronouns in speaking. The person whom I am talking about is my friend, right? So एक example दे सकते हो तुसी, जेड़ा इंसान दे बारे में गल कर रही हो, ओ मेरा friend है, the person whom I am talking about. Next is relative pronouns. Again, these are the pronouns which are used to join or relate two different clauses together by referring to the noun in the previous clause using the pronouns. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੋ sentence clauses means two different sentences ਨੂੰ join ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ by using these nouns, these are known as relative pronouns. Who, whom, which, whose, that, right? Okay, so I'll tell you the examples as well later on. Let's move to the next type of pronoun, that is indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns when we are not sure about the particular things, right? ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ surety ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, indefinite. Definite ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ proper. But indefinite when it is used to show unspecified objects or people, whether in plural or in singular. So first one is someone. Someone has stolen my pen. किसी ने मेरा पेन चुरा लिया. Anybody, anyone, nowhere, few, many, nothing. So these are the indefinite pronouns. जो तुसी sentences बनाने हो, right? There were many people. A few segment of the society opine this, right? So few proportion of people. So ऐदा तुसी जो sentences बनाने हो, that is indefinite pronoun. Next is reflexive and intensive pronouns. This we have done earlier as well. Used to indicate a noun which has been used in an earlier part of the same sentence. Right? Myself, themselves, yourself, ourselves, herself, himself, itself. So intensive pronouns means when you're talking about the same person. Indicate a noun which has been used in the earlier part. ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ part ਦੇ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ sentence ਦੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ part ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ noun use ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਹੀ relatively ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਵਾਲਾ pronoun use ਕਰੋਗੇ. I take care of myself, right? So I and I ਦੇ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ use ਹੋਇਆ myself. Next is very important, reciprocal pronoun. कुछ students ਨੂੰ difference clear नहीं ਹੁੰਦਾ reciprocal pronoun ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, like used when two or more nouns are doing or being the same to one another. For example, each other. Can anyone tell me the difference between each other and one another? Rahat, can you tell the difference between each other and one another? Okay. So I'll tell you. So each other is used for two people or two persons, right? Two persons, like we should take care of each other. ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੋ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ use ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ each other. One another means more than two, right? It is the duty or right? We must right, or the people must discuss the things. People must take care of their responsibilities, or people must discuss the things with one another if they are having some issues related to their families, related to their personal lives. They must discuss the things with one another. ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ गलबात करनी चाहिए है, but each other means when we are talking about two people, right? Okay, so this was all about pronouns. Let me tell you some other. Again, some relative pronouns, right, with examples. So what are relative pronouns? The pronouns which are used to join or two or different clauses together by referring to the noun. दो या दो sentences ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਜੋੜਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ join ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ help ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ relative pronouns. For example, who, whom, whose, which and that. Who is used for people, very important. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ਨੂੰ ਇਹ concept clear ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, who ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਲਈ ਲਗਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, right? So who is used for the people when they are in subject, like who are all those people. ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕ ਕੌਣ ਨੇ, who are all those people. Whom is used for people when they are in objective case, like to whom do you wish to speak. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, to whom do you wish to speak. Which is used for the objects only, for the non-living things, which कदे भी person ਦੇ ਨਾਲ नहीं use करना, right? For example, which of your parents do you feel closer to, used for objects. ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ this is object. Whose, like which is your book, आप ऐसा भी sentence बनाने हैं, which is your book, right? Whose is used to show possession. ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ, right? Possession ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ है. Whose keys are on the kitchen counter, किसनियां keys ने, right? At that time we will be using whose. Next is where. Where refers to places, like where is my t-shirt, where are you going. When refer to time, when are you going, right? When ये तुम पता है, it's very simple. कदों जा रहे हो तुसी, when refers to time. When it happened, right? कुछ incident है जो तुहानू क्यों कार्ड दे विच पूछे जांदा है, when it happened, right? So obviously you will be talking about the time. Next is why. Why refer to reason. Why did you choose that subject, right? Why did you choose that subject? तुसी वो subject क्यों choose किया. So again, these are the relative pronouns. You can use these pronouns to join two or different clauses together, right, in a sentence. Mostly तुसी which use करते हो, that use करते हो, but try to use who, whom, right, when, why, all these other relative pronouns as well. So next, these are again the collective nouns. So do you have any question? Any one of you, if you have any question related to nouns and pronouns, kindly ask me.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I'm moving to the next type of parts of speech, which is, okay, so we have done with the nouns, pronouns, right? Then adjectives, adverbs, preposition. Next, very important is conjunction. So can anyone tell me what are conjunctions? बहुत important topic है. If you want to score 7+ bands in writing, you must use conjunctions properly in your writing task too, right? So and as well as in speaking. So कोई मैंने दस सकते conjunctions की हुंदियां ने?
Ma'am, that join words or phrase.
Yes. So conjunctions are the words that are used to connect phrases, other words or other clauses. Clauses means simply the two sentences, right? Two sentences, two independent sentences में जो तुसे join करते हो, those are known as conjunctions. हुन conjunctions की भी अलग-अलग types होंदियां ने, right? Again, why I'm telling you this thing, because you need to make sentences by using these conjunctions, right? So for example, I will tell you very simple way to learn these conjunctions. For example, conjunctions होंदियां ने and, but, or, because. So a conjunction is a word which connects two words or clauses or a sentence, phrase, and show the relation between them. Right? For example, they are used to avoid making the text seem like bullet points and to make the text flow. So there are three different types of conjunctions. First is coordinating conjunction. Very important. Coordinating conjunction ये तो बहुत right easily वे ना याद हो जाएगी. So इन्हों अपन बोलते हैं fan boys. Mnemonics है ऐसा fan boys. I think fan boys बहुत सौखा word है याद करन दा. So coordinating conjunctions ਨੂੰ ਉਹਨੇ ਦੀ example ਕੀ ਹੈ? F for, A तो and, N से nor, B but, O or, Y yet, S soon. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ 7 conjunctions ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਇੱਕ conjunction use ਕਰਕੇ 2 different sentences ਨੂੰ join ਕਰ ਦਿਓ, right? That is known as a compound sentence. So you will help like these coordinating conjunctions help to make the compound sentences. These are used to link or join two words or phrases that are equally important and complete in terms of grammar when compared with each other. Right? ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ 7 conjunctions ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਇੱਕ conjunction use ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਣਦੇ compound sentences. I will let you know what are compound sentences, right? But next is subordinating conjunctions. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ subordinating, if you have notepad with you, notebook with you, kindly write down. Subordinating conjunctions are the conjunctions that are used to join an independent and a complete clause with a dependent clause that relies on the main clause for meaning and relevance. So this is basically the rule of a complex sentence. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ complex sentence ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ sentence ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ independent ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, right? And ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਜਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ sentence dependent ਹੋ. So for in that case you will be using subordinating conjunctions. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ example ਕੀ ਨੇ? ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ sentence ਬਣਾਉਣੇ ਹੋ although yet, right? Although ਲਗਾ ਕੇ, as ਲਗਾ ਕੇ, before ਲਗਾ ਕੇ, once, though, until, whether. So these all are the subordinating conjunctions, right? ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ sentences ਬਣਾਉਣੇ ਹੋ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੀ ਵੀ example ਦੱਸ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ compound sentences ਦੀ, complex sentences ਦੀ, right? So try to make different types of sentences so that your writing becomes more impressive. Next is correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ pair ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, right? You must be knowing this thing. They are pairs of conjunctions used in a sentence to join different words or a group of words in a sentence together. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ use ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ both and, right? Both and the combination use ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ either or ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ neither nor, not only but also, whether or, hardly when, right? So these are the correlative conjunctions. Again, these are used to make a different sentence structure, right? So, right, if you will show, if you will make these different types of sentences, compound sentence, complex sentences, agar apne by using correlative conjunctions bana ke dikhaonge writing de which obviously you will get good band score, right? So in detail we will be discussing about what are the complex sentences, what are compound sentences in the later on classes, but let me finish this parts of speech first. Next type of part of speech is interjection, right? Very important. As the word indicate, interjection means that you have to, like these are the exclamations, right? But yes, exclamations to see writing the which bilkul nahi use karni hai because these are the informal way of speaking, informal way language hai. So to see speaking the which interjections you use kar sakte but not in writing task 2 especially. Because task 2 is completely formal, you can't use such words over there. And ਏਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਕਦੇ emotions, right? Sudden emotion ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ show ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ essays ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. So ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ interjections and these can only be used in the speaking cue cards ਜਾਂ questions ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, right? So what is the definition? A word that expresses strong or a sudden emotion, right? ਇੱਕਦਮ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ emotion show ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, used as an exclamation by itself or with a comma. Following it if is used at the beginning of the sentence, capable of standing by itself, right? So these are known as interjection. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ, wow. So wow word indicates ਕਿ ਕੁਝ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, wow, right? Oh dear, my goodness, ouch, yes, no. ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ examiner ਕੋਈ question ਪੁੱਛਦਾ ਹੈ, are you interested in sports? Yes, I am interested in sports. एकदम ਤੁਸੀਂ एकदम जवाब देने हो क्योंकि ਤੁਸੀਂ बहुत ज़्यादा interested हो. Indeed, I am very much interested in sports, right? But वो interjection नहीं है. अगर ਤੁਸੀਂ yes, well, right? ऐदां दे words एकदम show कर दियो, sudden expression, emotion show करने ਲਈ. So that are known as interjections, right? Wow, we won the match, right? Ouch, hey, hooray. So these are all the, right, interjections. So you can only use them in speakings. Please take care of this thing. So next, very important is some people or some consider it in the parts of speech, but some even do not. So these are articles. So let me tell you what are articles. So can anyone tell me, any one of you, very simple, what are articles?
And
Yeah, wonderful. So there are mainly three different articles in English language that we use, and these articles are a and the. So let me tell you what is a and the. So there are two categories they which divide कितने गए ने, indefinite articles and definite articles. Indefinite articles means a or an. Right, when you use these articles to identify nouns that are not definite and not specific. So, for example, right, a book. A book मतलब कोई भी book, right? A dog, कोई भी dog, a cat, a house. So you can use these articles, but ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ proper ਜਿਹੜਾ use ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, right? ਐਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ speaking ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ and the ਲਗਾ ਦਾਂਗੇ ਜਾਂ writing ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਲਗਾ ਦਾਂਗੇ. No, nothing like ਐਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ proper use ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ, right? A or an is used for the singular nouns, right? I think this you may know. A is used with the singular nouns, right? For example, a child, right? A flower, singular nouns. But obviously, an is used with the vowels. ये थोड़ा पता होगा difference, right? A is used with the consonant sounds. So in English language, there are 5 vowels: A, E, I, O, U. The rest of the words, they are known as consonants, right? So an is used with the vowels, whereas A is used with the consonant. जैसे choose when to use A or N according to the sound of the noun that follows it. Use A before consonant sounds. A book, a dog. Use A before a sounded H, right? Along you with the sound of W, जैसे कि a hat, a house, a union, a uniform, a 1 hour. Yes, although this is O. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स कहते हैं कि ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ O ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਵੋਵਲ ਹੈ. No, but ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਊਂਡ O ਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 1 ਦੀ ਸਾਊਂਡ, W ਦੀ ਸਾਊਂਡ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. 1 hour appointment. So ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ A ਆਏਗਾ. A one-eyed man. It is a 1 rupee note. So 1 rupee note ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ it is A. ਇਹ 1 ਰੁਪਏ ਦਾ ਨੋਟ ਹੈ. ਇਹ 1 ਰੁਪਏ ਦਾ ਨੋਟ ਹੈ. 1 rupee coin ऐदा हो सकता है. सो उत्थे विच साउंड O दी नहीं आ रही है, साउंड W दी, व दी साउंड आ रही है. So that's why उत्थे A लगता है. So whereas use an before vowel sounds, for example, an asset, an essay, an index, AEIOU, an onion, an umbrella. Sometimes कुछ ऐसे भी words ने जिन्हां नाल right an use ਹੁੰਦਾ है, but when H is not sounded, right? Rahat, can you give example? When H is not, H the silent, right? जेडी है आवाज silent है. When H is silent in some words, you can use an. Can you give examples? Any one of you? Sahil, can you give example?
Ma'am, an hour.
An hour.
Yes, ma'am.
An honor. He is an honest boy. Right? Again, उत्थे H the sound नहीं आ रही है, उत्थे कौन सी आ रही है sound? Right? Honest. O-D. He's an honest boy. He, right? An honor, an hour. So this is all about A and an article. But yes, there are some definite articles. Definite article भी है दे विच, वो है the. So the definite article the, वो किथे use करते हैं तुसी? When you have to use, place the article before the noun. You have to talk about some definite things. For example, the house, the cat, right? So when you are talking about proper house or particular cat, place the article before the adjective when the noun is modified by an adjective. For example, जो तुसी किसी particular house ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਉਹਦੀ ਕੁਝ adjective ਵੀ, ਉਹਦੀ ਕੁਝ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ਤਾ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ. The purple house, the black cat, a white dog, an open book. Because open जेड़ा है ओदी sound है, इस करके थे an आया, right? Whereas this will be incorrect sentence. The house purple. It will not make any sense. The house purple ही होएगा the purple house, right? Very important thing. The article is also used with the universal truth, as you may know, right? Universal truth ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, the moon, the star, the sun, the earth, तो ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਲਈ similar है ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਆਪਾਂ use ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ the article. Very important thing. Can anyone tell me the difference between the and the? How you will pronounce, where you will pronounce the article and where you will pronounce the? The ਤੇ the ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ difference ਹੈ? Preeti, can you tell?
The is a singular and ma'am, we is plural.
No. The is singular, the is plural. No. The is an article. A singular plural ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ category ਚ ਤਾਂ ਆ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਹਾ ਨਾ. This is an article. So, okay, I'll tell you. कुछ words जैसे मैंने उन्हें ਦੱਸਿਆ कि कुछ words ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹ vowels ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ. A, E, I, O, U. So the words, right, which start with vowels. For example, the earth. Right, ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ vowels word start ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਾਲ pronunciation the ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. Whereas when we use the article with the consonants, we use the. Right, for example, the sun, the moon. But when you will use the earth, the sun rotates around, or right, the sun, or the earth rotates or revolves around the earth rotates around the sun, right? The sun sets, the sun rises in the east. So ਇੱਥੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ? The sun, the east. The sun sets in the west. So the sun, the earth, right? ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ. Consonants ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ the pronunciation ਬੋਲਣੀ ਹੈ, whereas vowels ਦੇ ਨਾਲ we have to use the. And very important, do not add an article when the noun has a possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun ਦੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ. ਕੌਣ ਸੇ ਹੋਤੇ possessive pronouns? My, his, her, our, their. Or as well as a demonstrative pronoun when you have to use this, that. So ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੋਈ article ਨਹੀਂ use ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. Please take care of this thing. Like my house. You can't use this is a my house or this is, right? This will not make any sense. This is my house, her book, that is, right, his house, as a this book. So the my house, the this book, it will not make any sense. Right, next is definite article. Again, the is used to identify specific or definite nouns, places, ideas, persons that can be identified specifically. Like the is, yes, very important. Take care of this thing in your mind, that the is used with both singular and plural definite nouns. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ the house ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, the houses ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, the business ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, the businesses ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ. ਦੋਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ singular ਤੇ plural ਦੇ ਨਾਲ we use the article. Next is the is also used to identify things, places, ideas, persons that represent on a specific or a definite group or category. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਗਰ example ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਲਿਖਣੀ ਹੈ, the students in Professor Smith's class should study harder. So ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਦੀ? ਉਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਸਮਿਥ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਡਰ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਸਮਿਥ ਦੇ ਅੰਡਰ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਰਡ ਵਰਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਹਾਰਡ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ. The automobile revolutionized travel and industry. So the automobile, it represents a specific category of transportation. ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋਗੇ, the automobile revolutionized travel and industry. So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ definite ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ use ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ use ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ the article, right? Plus one more important thing is the article is also used with the superlative adjectives. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ task 1 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ report writing ਲਿਖਣੀ ਹੈ, ਉਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ overview ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ line graph, bar graph, pie chart ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ maximum and minimum, right? So in that case also you have to use the article, the highest, the lowest, the minimum, the least, the most. So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ superlative degree use ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, right, third form of degree or superlative adjective, at that time also you have to use the article. Clear? It's very important. Only in this way you can show the grammatical range and accuracy to the examiner. So I hope articles must be clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so कुछ है omission of articles. The article is never used with the name of the person. ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ name ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ, right, name of a city, name of a country, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ the article ਨਹੀਂ ਲਗਾਉਂਗੇ, right? Plus, the is also not used with the name of a person, name of a month. For example, ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਏਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲੋਗੇ the June is the hottest month. You will simply say June is the hottest month of the year. Right, the June nahi hoega na, right? The, or you can't use the article with the days, right? Name of days, for example, the Monday, the Sunday, aisa kade bhi nahi hunda. You have to say like Monday is a working day, Sunday is a holiday. So you can't use the articles with these, right? Some special things in ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ omission of the article. Omission मतलब ਕਿੱਥੇ नहीं use करना, right? Name of a person, name of a country, yes, but कुछ ऐसी countries हैं जैसे कि जिसे ਤੁਸੀਂ use करते हो the article. There are only few countries ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ the US, the UK, the USSR, right? ਉੱਥੇ 2-3 countries हैं ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ combination ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ, multiple countries ਨੂੰ combine ਕਰਕੇ ਬਣੀਆਂ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ use ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ the UK, the Republic of Ireland ਜਾਂ the USSR, right? Otherwise you can't use. And and an article must be clear to you, I think. And the other parts of speech, yes, last part of speech which is left, that is verbs. So verbs the thoda ja topic jada vadda siga, that's why I'm not able to cover in this class. So I'll discuss it later on along with the subject verb agreement. Kede subject naal keda verb lagna hai, right? That I will tell you in detail. So guys, I'm signing off now, right? I'm ending this session here now. If you guys have any question related to any part of speech, kindly ask me. Sahil, Priti, Rahib, Jasleen, if you have any question, you can ask me.
No, ma'am.
No? So I'm going to end this.